All right, so one other thing we need to consider when we're designing our fiber infrastructure is link loss, okay? When we're dealing with twisted pair and things like that and copper-based infrastructure, we deal with resistance and voltage drop and all the other good things that go with that. When we're dealing with fiber, we're dealing with a loss of light, okay, through connectors, through adapters, through the cable, etc. So typically the mechanical splice connectors that we've been talking about, the type that Stephen just showed you, most mechanical splice connectors, they introduce about 0.75 dB of loss, okay? Now, under the Fiber Optic Association guidelines, the end-to-end points of a fiber link should be no more than 1.5 dB, okay? So if you're using cheaper mechanical splice connectors, and there are some out there that are very cheap, you're probably going to be looking at a higher loss of about 0.75 dB each. So if you've just got point-to-point connection, you're okay. Now, the SSF connectors that we just showed you, we designed them to be a higher quality with a gel filled inside. They can go down to anything down to about 0.2, 0.3, up to 0.5 dB. So you can actually have more of those on a link than you can some of the cheaper mechanical splice connectors. As I mentioned, the FOA Fiber Optic Association requires you to really think about trying to get an overall link loss budget of 1.5 dB. Okay, so we need to add some things together. You need to add together the two connectors each end of the fiber. You need to add together any adapters between them. You need to add together the length of the fiber itself. And in multi-mode, it's a very, very low loss, 0.1 dB per 100 feet or so. With single mode, 0.1 dB per 600 feet. So there's not really anything of a loss in the cable itself, but we do need to be aware of losses in the connectors and any adapters that we use as well. Okay, so try and stay within that 1.5 dB loss. We provide you with test equipment and instructions on how to measure those link budgets. So, if you're getting into fiber and you do need to conduct those tests, then please let us know. We can help you with that. The important part is that when you're designing your systems, you need to have some rough guidelines like this to work by.